power of I complex number in standard form is a plus bi. Example, we have the standard form is 2 plus 3i, where 8 is 2 and b is 3. The second one, 8 is 0 and b is 3. 4, we can write as 4 plus 0i, so 8 is 4 and b is 0. What if we have 0, then 8 is 0 and b is 0 because we add 0i. So all of them are complex number, and you look at the I exponent of the I. The exponent of the I is 1, and in this case you don't have the I, you just have the number 4 and 0, but that means the number in front of the I, the real part is a number that you see, the imaginary part is the number in front of the I is 0. What if we have the I with the exponent 2, 3, 4 or more? Our job is we need to make those exponents, reduce those exponents become just I or a number. Either have I to the exponent 1 or number. For example, I square is negative 1. We know in the formula before. I to the third power is mean I square times I 1i. I square is negative 1 and times 1i, so it gives us negative I. I to the fourth power is I square times I square, so it's equal negative 1 times negative 1 is equal to 1. I go a little bit more like I to the 5, then we can make 3 and 2. I to the third power is right here, is negative I, and I square is negative 1, so it's equal to positive I. So you can see that I can make exponent, high exponent of the I, make it low. I either have a number 1 or negative 1, or just I, positive I or negative I. In example number 7, we have the exponent is really high, 26, 27, and 101. And our job is to make the same idea as the above example. We need to make the answer equal to negative 1, positive 1, or I, or just negative I. The idea is I will look at the exponent and separate them is into two cases, odd or even. Okay, I have 26 is the even, and I also reviewed the algebra that I learned before. So we know that we have A, B, for example. So I'm going to use m and n. So if I have A to the power m times n, then I can write as A to the power m and power n, like that. So 26, I'm going to think about 2 because I have I square. 26 is like 2 times 13, right? And then I use the formula in algebra, so that is I square to the power 13. And we know the I square is negative 1 to the power 13. So negative 1 and 13 is odd, then the answer will be a negative 1. So 27 is the odd. If the number is odd, I have to do a little extra work. So I have to make it even. Just like part A, I'm going to break it like I and I 26. You know what happened is just the I is the one that we like to keep, right? Just like I square, I to the third, I to the fourth, and I to the fifth example. And I 27, 26, we did in part A is negative 1. then it's equal to negative I. Now you don't have part A and part B together. What if you have the number 101 and the 101 is the odd number? So if it's odd number, similarly like part B, we're gonna break I and I 100 so that we make sure we got I to the 1 leave it alone by himself and I to the 100. We will do I times, let's think about 2, right? So we have 2 times 50 because we have the formula for I squared. I squared is negative 1. We use the algebra formula, I squared to the 50 and then I times negative 1 to the 50 and it's equal to I because negative 1 to the 50 is 1.